Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is, wherever you're in the world. It is your Lord and Saviour. And this week, a fair amount of you are going to be at Gen Con somewhere in the barely United States of America. And, you know, it's that big old game event where it's literally the only time that most TTRPG fans will go out to a physical place and buy physical products from developers rather than supporting the local game store. Yeah, I'm saying that a bit half-heartedly and a bit bitterly, I should say. But you know, it's a rather important thing for a lot of game developers and publishers, and it's a wonderful thing for the community to come together and play and explore games that we all love so much and discover new ones, friends and memories and a whole bunch of other things. But I'm not here to talk about that stuff. I'm here to talk about Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. It was about a year ago actually, where that was released in physical form to the world. And I just wanted to talk about all the cool and exciting memories and things that have come from that since then. There would have been that actual play. Actually, no, there's been no actual play for that yet. How about all the exciting new source books and lore we've been... Oh, there hasn't been any of that either. Yeah, there is absolutely no doubt that after Vampire, Werewolf the Apocalypse is the most popular of their games. It's like, and during its teasing and its announcement, its advertising stage, where we've been shown what the different tribe names were, the auspices, and all those fun little art graphics and whatnot. But there was some buzz and there was some excitement. People didn't like the tribe name changes because we don't like change. But you know what, a lot of it's understandable, actually pretty much all of it's understandable in one sense or another. But it didn't exactly go down well, did it? Because it was quickly found out that members of its original writing team were treated like fucking garbage. It was transferred from Hunters Entertainment to Renegade, and there's also the, I guess, infamous article by my good friend James Zambrano, which sort of unveiled how, despite Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition being a cultureless game and setting, he says, rolling his eyes, you'll find that the main culture that was fueling its development here was fascism and eugenicism. If you've got no idea what I'm talking about, you can check that Patreon post in the description below. You also have the stuff to do with its artwork, how its main artist, this Polish individual, was essentially tracing over a lot of things and did a lot of cultural appropriation and misrepresentation, you know, apparently in this cultureless game and setting. You know, Werewolf the Apocalypse that famously has a lot of Native American themes and influences. But regardless, you got those links down in the description below, where I talk extensively about all the different artwork, shenanigans and cultural representation stuff, as well as all my other concerns with it, in various links in the description below. And I was the only one really that was covering it online, because, oh yeah, did people not like me doing that? But it needed to be done. And since its release, you would have thought that, okay, we didn't have the best marketing, there's been a lot of kickback, but let's try and do something about it. Let's try and make this, you know, this super important TTRPG that we've been trying to hype up for fucking years, sell. Let's make people really excited for it. And, well, the ST screen only came out like a month or two ago, with most people not being able to get hold of the physical screen. We have a source book in PDF only at the moment, which is like a storybook, adventure book essentially, so no real information there. There's been a load of free things, so I guess we should be grateful for that, I guess. Oy vey. And more recently we have a source book, a proper one coming out, called Shattered Nations, which is supposed to give us information about the Garou Nation, which is weird given the fact that how the main core book kind of focuses on the fact that the Garou Nation isn't really a thing anymore. I mean, hence the title of this book, I guess, Shattered Nations. But yeah, they're already retconning their thing. Oh, and there's also the fact that Werewolf 5th edition is a complete reset on the universe. Well, not a reset, I guess. It tries to be something new whilst pretending, you know, that it's always been this way, I guess. which is fun. And if you want a real testament about just how uninterested people are about Werewolf, in that whole year, or rather specifically the last few months where this has been officially a thing, there is no fan content on the Storyteller's Vault for Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. Why? Because the people who really enjoy Werewolf, the people that they really should have been marketing this for, have all been chased off by their gatekeeping cult, that this is not for you. That's because we've reset the universe, all these things are bad, because we say that they are bad. We haven't done any research, or barely any research. We're being lazy developers. We're not going to explain any of this to you properly, but we know that you know, I guess. And a lot of its main core themes and ideas have been stripped naked down to the bone, with bits of meat flapping off there for good measure, just to say, yeah, this is a Werewolf the Apocalypse still. Rather telling that, isn't it? Like, you still get like 20th anniversary and even fucking Dark Ages werewolf stuff on there, albeit using the 20th anniversary rules, but there is interest and excitement for Werewolf, just not for 5th edition. And as I mentioned a moment ago, there's been no official actual play yet either. Like, World of Darkness / Geek and Sons, you were very quick to get an official Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play off the ground running, to get people excited and engaged with the system, and back then the lore and the meta plot, you know, back when it was a-okay to bring in the older world into the new, as it were. But Werewolf doesn't really have any of that. There's been no excitement, no buzz, and it's not like there's a lack of people to call upon for the exciting world that is actual plays. And he does say that with all the sarcasm, because I've talked about how I've just sort of lost interest from actual plays, but I could give a much longer rant if you wish. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you vibe with. But there's nothing. It's like, okay, this thing's out now, we've done all the hard work, you want it, go buy it. It's disappointing, really, that absolute zero fucks have been given. I mean, for fuck's sake, Hunter has had more attention put to it than Werewolf has done in terms of promotional material. That got an actual play, you know. Oh yeah, there was one. It was Garage, or Garage, depending on who you ask. It was one that Outstar ran, using that Steam thing, the tabletop simulator, I think it's called, with some fancy-ish sprites and stuff. So she did a whole walkthrough, like how to do something similar, and it actually requires a lot of FM work and money to put into it, but if it's something that you want to do, go for it. And whilst I think it was a very elitist thing to put out and assume that everybody could do easily, I appreciate the effort just that she / World of Darkness put that out there to say, hey, here's a way to make your games a bit more interesting and engaging. Like, I can't fault that, really, even, you know, with everything else that I said. But Werewolf hasn't had any of that, and sure, this is going to age pretty funnily if it turns out that within the week or so we get a Werewolf actual play. But I somehow have my doubts on that. And yeah, and this is also a proper review of Werewolf 5th edition. That's coming at the end of the year, funny enough, in December, so stick around for that. And if you like everything else that I do, consider liking and subscribing to the channel and sharing it with anybody else who you think would be interested in. And let me know in the comments below any and every opinion you have on Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition, whether you like it, hate it, or you're unsure about it. Because whilst I know there are people out there who like it, I know there's a lot of people that don't, and I feel bad actually for people who do like it, not because I'm trying to be funny or anything, because Werewolf 5th edition has got so much hate that nobody's going to touch it, and there are some merits to 5th edition actually, I do have to say, and I'm doing some solo rules for it. I'm actually doing the recorded actual play for it now. Hey, would you look at that? We're bringing back to actual plays again, but that's different, it's promoting my own material, so, and it's just me, so I don't have to worry about anybody else with that. But anyway, another way of supporting the channel is by buying the various books in the description below to have some more Werewolf the Apocalypse shenanigans in your games. And if you purchase them with those links, I get some of the money back because I'm an affiliate, and I want to carry on doing stuff like this and make awesome homebrewing content like this, where it be lore dives, like solo actual plays, because none of this is cheap and YouTube is garbage with that. But if you can't, that's fine. I totally understand that. Just like, subscribe, share with everyone and anyone who may like this. And yeah, I will see you on the next upload, whatever that will be for you. And until next time, farewell.